and I'm going to get Small Town Titans in here. Small Town Titans. Which, by the way, it's a hell of a name, as they say. I don't know why they're saying it, but they are indeed saying it. It is the world-famous Jiggy Jaguar radio broadcast. Back up at full speed, thank God. And we are going to go to Small Town Titans here in just a few seconds. Small Town Titans, by the way. We interviewed them when they played the Rusty Needle here in Hutchinson, Kansas. And they were swinging through, and we snagged them. So I am excited as punch to get them on here in just a few seconds. But we want to get the crowned up on our website, Jiggy Jaguar, or actually kjagradio.com. The actual crowned interview. The actual interview with the crowned, which is pretty fantastic. And we're going to get them up and running up on Facebook as well. Facebook.com/KJagRadio. That is where you need to be. And what in the world, as they say? What in the world where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? Which I still don't understand. How Carmen Sandiego can be missing all the time. I guess because she's a criminal. I guess that has something to do with it. That is awesome. How is Carmen Sandiego missing all the time? And it's like, well, she's a criminal. So that might explain it. Maybe. That might explain how Carmen Sandiego can be missing all the time. That is great. How is Carmen Sandiego missing? Well, she's a criminal. You know, if she wasn't around, she, you know, she can't get caught. That's kind of a simple deal. I don't know. I'm a simple individual. That's really what it comes down to. And a lot of people will definitely agree with me on that. I am a simple individual. So, hell of a deal, as they say. I was told the other day by the infamous Michael Game that I am the only person that says hell of a deal. And then I found out that Kevin Sullivan, the pro wrestling guy, Kevin Sullivan, that he says hell of a deal. He has a podcast called Hell of a Deal. So, but we are going to call Small Town Titans here in just a few seconds and get them in here as we hear the Mario music. I love the Mario music, by the way. Whenever you call people on Skype, it always makes it sound like Super Mario. I don't know why. Small Town Titans might be able to explain it to us. I don't know. But they are a power trio from York, Pennsylvania. They are a trio, by the way. They're not a duo. They're not a full quintet. I don't know what a quintet is. But I believe...
Hey, this is Johnny. I'm not here right now, but if you...
We are going to call Johnny back, because Johnny is an intricate part of this conversation. It's just the way it is, kids. We are going to see... There's Small Town Titans. Hello. How are you, sir? I was calling you on Skype audio, so okay. It might have popped up as unknown number. Rest assured, I am not calling to refinance your mortgage, and I'm not calling to get you to sign up for the local health club. We're just doing a little radio interview.
It's funny, those numbers those numbers aren't even restricted anymore.
Oh, really?
They're just right there.
That's a hell of a deal.
Well, at least for me.
That's a
It's
hell
my
of a
area
deal.
code. And that sucks.
Well, you know, the people trying to get around that damn caller ID.
I don't answer a single call except for this one, of course.
Well, yeah.
if I don't know who it is,
Well,
I
you
really
know.
don't. You can leave me a voicemail, shoot me a text, and then I'll know what's going on.
There you go. And I should have, but we were up against the clock,
It's
so
all
I
good.
didn't get a chance to.
What-
But we are waiting
What's
on.
scheduled?
We are waiting on.
expecting.
Well, see, there you go. We're waiting on Jaybird Wells, and there she is. She popped in on the old Skype-a-rooney. We have got Small Town Titans on Skype audio with us. We also have Jaybird Wells with us today on Skype. And I will have to say that Small Town Titans, these guys are absolutely amazing. They are a power trio from York, Pennsylvania, according to their publicist, which I know that because we've interviewed them before. But they are with us today here on our big program. And I'll tell you, you guys have come a heck of a long way since our last video interview that we did with you guys when you played Hutchinson, Kansas at the Rusty Needle. You guys have come a hell of a long way. Congratulations.
Oh, wow. Okay. Thank you. Wow.
Heck of
So you
a...
got one of us here. This is Johnny Ross, the drummer.
At least
the
we've
other
got
two are
one
not
of you.
here.
At least we've
But,
got one of you, which is
I'll
good.
talk
Johnny.
3 times as much.
And then there's Jay.
Hello. Jay, how are you?
I'm good.
Now Jay likes to.
How cold is it?
Yeah. How cold is it,
again?
Jay?
I'm sorry. I said, how cold is it where you're at?
It is. Okay, fine. It's colder than a witch's titty in a brass bra.
There you go.
Okay, so we can curse on.
Yes.
Here.
Yes. Jay
Okay.
likes.
It's fucking cold here too.
Jay likes to stalk our guests. So, how do we get a hold of you on social media and websites and all this? How do we connect with Small Town Titans?
Oh, we're everywhere everybody else is. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. We have a website, smalltowntitans.com. If you Google the band name, everything comes up. That's what's really nice. We don't really have any
YouTube?
confusion. Every now and then, YouTube, absolutely. We don't really have a confusion online. Sometimes the Teen Titans will come up. That cartoon Robin and shit.
Yes.
But other than that, we're good to go.
We've got Small
So as
Town.
long as you spell it right way,
Oh, sorry?
Go ahead, my friend.
as long as you spell it right way,
I'm sorry. Can you say that one more time, please?
instead of typing the Teen Titans, how do you spell yours
Yeah.
again?
Oh, Small Town Titans. It's just 3
Okay.
words, normal spellings, nothing crazy, no Z's instead of S's.
You're not a rap outfit. So
Not putting out the biscuit vibe.
yes. So you don't have to have all the weird spellings. Small Town Titans with us
No.
today. They join us live here in our broadcast. You guys have been making quite the impression around the country and around the world because when I got the press release and everything from your PR folks, I had just been talking to a friend of mine on social media who was sharing your music all over the place, and I said, I know those guys. I've interviewed
Very
those
cool.
guys before, and he's like, oh my God. He goes, when you find out that they're going to be on, I need to be on. Well, then, of course, today he told me, well,
cool.
it's Super Bowl. So, of course, he wasn't
Yeah,
there.
it's the game, man.
That's right. The big game,
Well,
as
that's-
they say.
I may or may not have a beer in my hand right now. Ready for the game. Snacks are made. Queso dip is all set.
So
How come I wasn't invited to the party?
Well, it's in Pennsylvania.
That's
probably
one.
fine. And it snowed pretty good, so any plans to go to the bar are shot.
Oh,
Yeah, so it's home watching the game at home today.
Yes. Now,
go ahead. Sorry.
No. I was just gonna ask you about what you guys have been up to since we last seen you in Hutchinson at the Needle, because that's been a while.
A year or two? What are you talking?
I'd say probably.
I was gonna say, do you remember exactly when we were there?
Let's see here. Let me dig this up on the as they say on the Google machine.
He's digging that up. While he's digging that up, what all do you look forward to the future? I mean, do you have tours coming? What's the game plan?
We will be. So I can answer everything you're giving me right now without knowing exactly the date that we were there or anything like that. You don't have to worry about that, man. We came off the road off of our last tour, and we had made $4,000 as a band. We'd profited $4,000, which we would, pretty not bad. And then we had to, repair the bus, restock the merch, a couple of other things that you do, and at the end of it, we had $1,000, and we put most of that back in the band because we have we're an LLC, we are a business, and we treat ourselves as such. And when it was all said and done, we paid ourselves $150 each after like a 30-day run, no roadies, no tour manager, like just the three of us, the road, and our shitty 22-year-old shuttle bus. And it was just like, there has to be a better way to do this. And then our guitar player got a job offer, and it happened kind of suddenly. Nobody was mad. It was just, it was what it was. And he said, guys, if I don't take this job, I'm going to be in debt for 20 fucking years. We were like, okay, man, take the job. And for a moment, for a split second, I think we kind of said, is this it? Do we give it our best shot? And luckily, we had just gotten a hold of some investors and consultants, and we got on the phone with them, and we thought they were going to drop us right away because we were going to finally talk to them, and we had been wanting to do this. And as soon as we were going to say to them, hey, our guitar player's got a real job, we figured they were going to be like, well, thanks for playing. but no, they were not. They were into it because we kept track of everything while we were out on the road, including the night we would have been in Hutchinson, Kansas. Spreadsheets keeping track of how many people were there, what day of the week it was, how friendly was the owner. You name it. We kept track of everything. And when we presented that information, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was just going to say, did you give out any albums or anything?
Absolutely.
So
at our live
assume
shows,
as a business, you kept track of that too.
We did. At our live shows, our CDs are name your own price. We sell them for your typical $9.99 online at our store and all of that. But if you come out and see us play, if you only have $3, go ahead, take it. We want you to hear the music. And as far as I'm concerned, music's free. If you have kids nowadays, or if you have nieces or anything like that, ask them where they're hearing their music. I guarantee it's YouTube and it's free. So we've just kind of accepted that. And so if you come out and take it a step further and see the band live, thank you so much. And we just want you to have the music, and we hope you come back to a show, and we hope you bring a friend. That's always been the mentality. So when we started to work with our investors, they were impressed with all the numbers, and we put together a plan that we've been implementing over the last year and a half of recording new material, putting it out every couple of months instead of putting an album out in a one-shot thing. And it kind of sucks because as a fan of music, of course, you're going to want the album. You're going to want 10 songs or more, and I get that. But as a band that no one's heard of yet, and you're trying to get that exposure, it just made more sense for us to put something out every few months. So there's always a bit of a buzz going on with the band. And then we took it one step further, and we filmed everything so that we had YouTube videos to go along with all of it. And it really did work. We were able to get a publicist thanks to a gig we played with an amazing band called Blacktop Mojo. I hope you've heard of that band. I'm just going to say that right now.
Yes.
Those guys are amazing. Amazing. They played a show with us.
I'll have to stalk them.
Oh, they're so good.
I'll have to stalk them.
And we played with them in our area, and we opened up for them. They were on a radio tour, and they loved us, and we loved them. And we just hit it off professionally, personally, all of it. And within a week, we were working with their publicist. And the timing just all fit into place. And then on December 1st, we dropped our cover of You're a Mean One, Mr. Grinch. And a lot of things happened in a week. A lot of things happened. We ended up getting premiered with Loudwire.com, which was huge. We ended up getting it on official Spotify Christmas playlist, which was equally huge. And then by the end of the week, we had booking. We had a deal with a really, really good booking agency. And it just keeps going. It just keeps moving up and up, and there's more down the pipeline. And, we're going to have shows and tours for sure this year. We're just waiting to see what our booking agent brings to us. And, we're just taking it one day at a time and still trying to keep that work ethic and that humbleness that we've had all of this time and keep moving forward.
I'm proud of you guys.
Now, I did find out that you were last here June 16th, 2016.
Wow. There you go. Year and a half. We'll be back.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
In the area, I'm sure.
Now, if people want to find your music videos or whatever on YouTube, tell us a little bit about what you guys have out there.
Just start searching. So when we got we put in the situation we were because of our guitar player not being able to tour, it was actually at this point no doubt a blessing in disguise, because we could have either quit or we could have done what we chose to do instead, which is figure out how to overcome that hurdle, right? And YouTube was a big part of that. We found new ways to make money and grow. And it does kind of make sense if you think about it. And nothing against any band that's out there playing shows every night in the van, in the trailer. Like, we're about to do that again in a much smarter way. And it is a lifestyle, and it is a circus, and you can get caught up in it. And I get it. It's fun. It's hard, and it's fast, but it's fun. But really, we're like, let's get noticed on that little black box that's in everyone's pocket, aka the cell phone, and let's just get our name out that way, so that when we do go back out on the road, you've heard of us, or maybe at least a little bit. Something's going on where you know the band from something. And we got on a site called Patreon, which we love, which is where we put everything first. It's basically a fan club. And what we do is we release our songs to the general public everywhere, as you would. But we put them out early over here on Patreon. And we also do extra things, like if you contribute $1 to the video. So let me back up for a second. So Patreon's kind of like a crowdfunding thing, but it's ongoing, and it's about each song. It's not about one project or one event. It's not about a single album or a single tour.
So is that for musicians only, or?
No, it's for art. It's amazing. There's comic book writers on there. There's podcast people. There's video game guys, and you give extra stuff to people that contribute to what you're doing. So for us, for instance, every time we drop a new YouTube video /song, for $1, your name is in the credits of the music video. At the very end of the video,
that's cool.
Nice list, and it says thank you to our supporters on Patreon. So there's that. For $5, we'll send you. We sent Christmas cards to anybody supporting us on Patreon for $5 or more. For the holidays, with the Grinch stuff and the front and everything, and we signed them, and we didn't tell them they were getting it. Like, it's fun too. It lets you get creative with stuff your fans really want. For $10, people pledging $10 a video, which is insane. Like, that's a Netflix subscription. Get out of here. for people that are willing to support us that much, like we sent them these canvas prints for our one song, Me, Myself, and Monster. We had a friend who can really draw, just decorate the crap out of them, and our singer Phil wrote the lyrics, and it's just looks really great. It's all in a canvas thing, and we sent that out to people, and it's just cool. And you're seeing who your biggest supporters are. It's very easy to notice that, and then you're just rewarding them with more stuff. It's fantastic, and we're at the point now where we're making a little over $300 a video, and we've got like 67 patrons, and it's just amazing. It's such a cool service, and it takes the middleman out of everything, and it's literally just the artist going the extra mile for their biggest fans, and all of that stuff's on YouTube anyway. So it's where you want to go if you really want to support the band and get a little extra. It's very cool stuff.
I'm gonna have to check into that for my music video.
Cool. Yeah, do it.
Well, before we let you go, my friend, how do people get in touch with Small Town Titans online, social media, all that?
We're, like I said, we're on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. We have an email list, our website, and we're very active on there. We will, as much as we can, we will answer comments and share things. And we also have a Facebook group. Earlier this year, we decided to let our fans name themselves. We wanted a name for the group, and they chose Titan Army. So that is what our fans are known as. And there's a Titan Army Facebook group, and we share things in there too. And that's a really cool place to meet like-minded fans, and we've seen it. That's another amazing, powerful thing with music, man. We're literally seeing people who are, at first, the only thing they have in common is liking our music, and they're getting to meet each other in there, and then they're going to shows together, and next thing you know, like our last show this past weekend, like 6 or 7 of our biggest fans, I think they came together, enjoyed the show, and it's just great. It's fantastic.
Well, it
Sounds
is
like a true army where they're getting, to just getting to share some of the same loves that you guys share.
Yes.
Yeah, no, it's growing. We treat our fans like family, man. I mean, when we couldn't tour